Okay, students, so in this video, we're going to look at the pressure intensity inside a liquid droplet or water droplet. In earlier video, we have discussed about the surface tension and some facts about surface tension. So in that, we have concluded at last that the shape of water droplet, that is sphere shape of water droplet, is because of the surface tension property. So now we will going to implement or we're going to make use of this surface tension property in order to find out the pressure intensity inside the water droplet. Okay, so look to this diagram. This is the cross section of the water droplet. We have cut the water droplet and this is the shown cross section. So the red arrows are nothing but the surface tension force acting over the periphery of the water droplet, and the blue arrow is the pressure acting inside or pressure inside the water droplet. So ideally speaking, the surface tension force acting outside and the pressure force acting inside, they should be equal. So simply we can equate this, or you can write like this. Let me write here Fp, that is pressure force inside the water droplet, will be equal to the surface tension force which is acting outside or over the periphery. We can easily equate it. So pressure force inside the water droplet, we can simply represent it by pressure intensity P into area. Since this is the force can be represented as stress into area. So stress is nothing but the pressure, we can write, and area is nothing but let us say pi by 4 into d square. D is a diameter of the water droplet, and surface tension force we can easily write as the surface tension sigma into L. This already we have seen in last video. So again, if we replace this L, let us consider this as a bracket. So this is the pi by 4 into d square equals to, we can easily replace that L, since the L is the length over which surface tension force is acting. So here look to this, what is the length? We can simply represent L with the pi d, since pi d is a periphery of this water droplet. So we can rewrite the pi into d. So if we simplify this equation, we will get this equation, that is pressure intensity inside the water droplet will be equals to 4 sigma, this is 4, please remember, 4 sigma by d. So you will get this last equation. So by using this equation, we can easily determine the pressure intensity inside a water droplet, provided we should know the value of surface tension and the diameter of that water droplet. So this is the one use of the surface tension property we have studied. Let us look to another example. This is the cross section of bubble. So we will now going to look at what is the pressure intensity inside the bubble. Basically, if we look to the water droplet and bubble, the point of difference is water film or the water droplet is having only one single film, whereas the water bubble or the bubble will have the two films. One is inside film and or inner film, and another is outer film. Okay, so can we write, if we write the di is nothing but the let me write here. Okay, if we consider this as, okay, so di is nothing but the diameter of the inner film, and if we consider DO is a diameter of the outer film. So since this is a bubble, and of course bubble has a two film, but can we write, or we can write the DI will be approximately equal to d0, that is outer diameter, and simply we can rewrite as the d. D is nothing but a diameter of bubble. What I have written here, I have just shown after all the bubble is having two film, the thickness of bubble is quite less. Therefore, we can simply, instead of representing the inner diameter with the di, outer diameter with the do, we can simply represent with the letter d. Okay, since the thickness of bubble is very less. Okay, so again, for determination of the pressure intensity inside the water bubble, again we will going to equate these two force, that is Fp and Fes. Fes is the pressure force inside the bubble and Fs is the surface tension force outside or over the surface of the bubble. So again, for Fp we can write pressure intensity into, this is the bracket, pi by 4. Now I will not rewrite like a di and do, simply I will represent with the d. So pi by 4, again I will write d square, this is the area, so pressure into area gives me the force. And now the change is here pressure force or surface tension force, we will represent with the letter sigma into L. Yes, okay. Simply already we have done this same way. Now if I have to write, so I can write P into the left hand side of the equation, pi by 4 into d square, and this will equal to, now I will keep sigma as it is, and what will be the L? L is the length over which the surface tension force is acting. Now this is the point of change. Here we have to look at, please be cautious. I will mark this as a star because this is important in this equation. So length, since this is a bubble, I have told you bubble is consisting of two films, inner film and outer film. Surface tension force is acting on inner film also, on the surface of inner film and on the outer surface of the outer film. So here length we can simply put as two peripheries we have to put, the periphery of inner film and periphery of the or perimeter of the outer film. So we can write 2 pi d, or instead of writing 2 pi d, more correctly we can write also 2 pi d, pi di and plus pi do. But here we have initially assumed that di is approximately equal to do, or you can represent as a d. Okay, so if we simplify this equation, you will get to know the pressure intensity inside a bubble will be equals to 8 sigma by d. So this, by using this equation, you can simply determine the pressure intensity inside a bubble. So these two examples we have looked at, the pressure intensity inside the water droplet or liquid droplet and pressure intensity inside a bubble. So this is nothing but applications of the surface tension property we have discussed. Okay.